team player first. He's the one we want to have the ball in his hands because one, he'll do what's necessary to be successful. And a lot of times that means he's going to find somebody else to shoot the ball. I'm very pleased he got the honor, but at the same time, he came on strong, just like our team did late last year. And we're starting to carry that over, and I think now he's starting to gain a lot of recognition for himself. Right now, for the first 2 months, I think he's proven to be the best all-around player in the conference. He's not going to score the most points because that's not part of our system. But if you look at his rebounds, his assists, and his points, there's not another player in the league that has those type of averages, and he does it all. Plus he plays 35 minutes, and he usually guards one of the best players on the other team. So he's most certainly a keeper.
The team travels to Mid-American Nazarene on Saturday, who currently is ranked 16th in the nation, which is the highest ranked team in your league. Your thoughts on their team and just what have you seen from them on film that impresses you?
Well, I think Elliott said it best. We're going to have to, we're going to watch a lot of film this week, but it's a different type of team than everybody else. They're the best, I mean the best transition team in the Indiana. They get the ball up and down the floor better than any team. And it hasn't been just this year. This is the way they've been the last 3 to 4 years. The goal is going to be that we limit the layups and we limit the free throws because they get a lot of free throws because they're catching teams not getting back on time. So you're fouling. They shoot more layups than any team in the country. That's why their shooting percentage is about 55 to 60%. But if you get them in a half-court set and they have to run half-court plays, they're very average. So our goal is going to be to keep them from running and to force them to execute against what I think is the best defense in the conference. Now again, to prove that we're going to have the best defense, we've got to get back. And we're not used to doing that with most teams that we play. So there's going to be a little bit of change in what we do. Coach Wilson, Esri, even Andrew Gift, who's our student assistant that breaks down our film, those guys have been phenomenal about helping put the game plans together. We're going to have a very good game plan going against Mid-America. So we're going to have extra time this week to utilize that and get ourselves ready for Saturday.
The game has extra significance because you're going for career number 5, for your 500th career win in 28 years here at the home at Central Methodist. What would picking up career win number 500 mean to you in such a big game?
Well, 500 is going to come. I mean, it's going to come around. Obviously now, I wish it was already over. We played over 10 games. The biggest game we have on our schedule right now is Mid-American Nazarene, so let's let it happen then. Not so much because it's 500, because it's the next game on our schedule. It's the biggest game we have, at this time. So, I think that's just another number. It's important to the team. It's important to myself for a lot more reasons than just number 500. So that's not going to be the driving force of us going up there Saturday. The driving force is that we want to try to win the conference. In order to win the conference, we have to be one of those teams that can knock off quality teams on the road. And Mid-America right now probably has the best home court of any team in the conference.
Your next 3 games are against very difficult competition at currently 16th ranked Mid-American Nazarene, and then you travel to Columbia, who will be a top 10 team, and then you go and play a Division II team, Northwest Missouri State. Do you think this is the most difficult week for an Eagles squad in recent memory, and how do you think that can help prepare your team for the rest of the season after the second semester?
No, it's not the most difficult. Fortunately, we kind of do that on a regular basis. I think, where teams fall on the schedule and being ranked, sometimes that just kind of varies. But they're spaced out enough. We'll have a week off before we play Columbia. We'll have another week off before we play Northwest Missouri. So that to me is not a factor at all. In fact, we're planning on being very successful against these 3 teams. So, from a standpoint that we're worried about that, we need these 3 teams, these next 3 games to prepare us for what we want to be able to do next semester. And I think it's coming at a perfect time for us. And at the same time, I think we're playing the kind of ball that we want to be playing about this time too.
In order for Central Methodist to pick up a victory at Mid-American Nazarene and take sole possession of first place in the HAC standings, what will be the most important key that your team has to do on Saturday?
Well, again, it comes down to we have to play good transition defense. We're going to have to limit their layups, keep them off the free throw line. But you know, we're going to have to hit shots. There's no question about it. I don't know right now if Mid-America is the best team in the conference. I don't know what team's going to be the best team in the conference. But right now they said that. And I think it's going to be tough to play in a lot of places. This one right here has just been difficult for most teams in the conference. But if we allow them to run the ball up and down the floor like they want to, it's going to be very difficult for us to be able to just even play with them. So that's going to be the key for us. We have to get out. We're going to have to utilize our bench, stay rested, because if we can't play every possession hard, it's going to be a hard time. And it's going to be a big game for Mid-America. I'm anticipating a huge crowd. The women's matchup is going to, feature the two top women's teams in the conference. We just happen to be up there right now on the men's side, so I would anticipate Mid-America having a special day to try to get as many people out to that contest as possible. It ought to be a lot of fun for small college basketball. We're looking forward to it.